Well, let's talk about your tube for a bit. What is your tubing care routine?
My 2 week routine would probably be I've always been really careful about keeping it clean. But I think a lot of people too thinks that there's like some certain way to clean it. But for me, I've always just, especially it sounds so easy because it kind of is. But whenever I take a bath or whatever, I always take soap to it and make sure that the area is clean. And I try to, growing up especially, if I would have any sort of like leakage, which I don't really get a lot of, but I know a lot of people have that problem. And it helps if you keep like, I know a lot of people use like 2x2 type of like coverings for it,
Or
but for
split
me
IV gauze.
it was really helpful for me actually to use Patchwork Peddler little 2B covers because like I love those things.
Oh, God, you do. That's awesome.
They're a lot easier, especially because, like, my mom always says, because they clip instead of
They
them
snap.
flying off, and all of a sudden you're walking around the house and there's a 2x2 on the floor, and you're like, oh, when did that come off? Like,
Or better yet, on the ice, if it, 2x2 falls off, it's
Oh,
very
yeah.
dangerous for another skater.
yeah, that would be bad. But you don't worry about that with the 2B covers because they clip or they snap instead of having them just come off randomly. And I just like it better because especially if I have any like soreness or irritation, like it's really soft and it feels a lot better than gauze. So I like that a lot better. But yeah, I mainly just like, I know a lot of people are really afraid of getting infections, and it is serious. Like, you don't want to get an infection, but I feel like it's probably a little bit easier with a G tube than a GJ tube, possibly because
Or
they're
just a J.
or just a J because they're going straight into the intestine. But it's pretty simple to keep it clean for me. I mean, knock on wood. Hopefully, I don't get an
No.
infection because I said that.
I
but-
mean, and that's not to say she's never had an infection.
No.
Of course she has.
Yeah.
Of course there's been, issues through the
Mhm.
years.
Well, I'm glad that you love our pad covers. And
I
we love
do.
making them for sure. Glad you
Yeah.
love them. That's
my
awesome.
mustache one is my favorite.
Is your favorite one? That's one. That's what you sent us pictures of that we used for the Oli conference. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that one.
Are you
Yeah, that's
wearing-
awesome.
What's your favorite tube cover, Smiley?
Just and
Those are your favorite?
Yeah.
Why are they your favorite?
me oh puffy.